Hi. Clearly, I feel very uncomfortable right now because I am not going to be singing in this video. I am going to be talking. I had a vision in the middle of the night, if you will. I have this notebook that I keep by my bed. Let me get it, actually. I have this notebook in case I get like a random idea to do something in the middle of the night. I don't know. I wrote in this, make vid of story times meeting famous people. My last video kind of flopped, okay? I was like, maybe I should do something that's not a singing video and we'll just see what happens. And then it says in quotes, I'm assuming this is what I meant for the title of the video, my experiences meeting absolute B-list celebrities. Okay, that feels a little mean to say, but that's probably going to be the title, yeah. So I guess I should just get into it. I've been talking too much. Let me preface this by saying most of these people I've met at Comic-Con, not San Diego Comic-Con, the big fancy one, which I wish I could go to, but mainly Rhode Island Comic-Con. So I have some honorable mentions first. People that I either had like a really short interaction with or it was a long time ago and I don't really remember what happened. The first honorable mention is Christy Carlson Romano, which I know because she was the voice of Kim Possible, and I was like obsessed with Kim Possible when I was a kid. I met her when I was like 12, I think. I'm pretty sure I still have the photo that we took because it was my profile picture on Facebook for a really long time. I'll show the picture, just please know that middle school is not a good time for me. I probably look like a toe in the photo, okay? Please be nice. I don't really remember much of what we talked about, but I remember she was really, really nice. And I remember it was a good experience, and I got her autograph, and she was really nice. The next honorable mention is Catherine Tate, who I know because she played Nellie on The Office. Everyone's favorite character. Do you see what I mean when I say like B-list celebrities? Like, I don't know how many people are going to be in this video that are going to be like, oh, that's so cool that you met them. I'm sorry, that's mean. That's mean. Okay, I quote unquote met her. It wasn't really just me meeting her. We met her because I was with my dad's girlfriend at Comic-Con. Actually, I should probably explain. At Comic-Con, at least at the Comic-Con I usually go to, there's like two options that you can do if you want to meet a celebrity. They usually have like a photo op, which is really expensive, where you can get your photo like professionally taken with the celebrity. Or if you don't want to get the professional photo op, you can usually like buy a photo of them or the show that they were in. And when they're not doing a photo op, they're usually sitting at a table at the convention. And you can just wait in line and have them sign their autograph, and you can just talk to them for a few minutes. And that's usually what I did because the photo op was usually too expensive. This was just a case where we were just going to talk to her at her table. My dad's girlfriend talked to her about Doctor Who. She was having her moment. She was like, oh my god, I love you. The whole time I'm thinking like, oh my god, that's Nellie from The Office. So crazy. We were walking away. And as I was leaving, I said, I haven't seen Doctor Who, but I loved you on The Office. And she said, I haven't seen it either. I'm sorry for doing that. This video sucks. Okay, now let's get into the actual B-list celebrities I've met. When I say B-list, I'm really not trying to be mean. It's just, I don't want to be misleading and make you think that I've met like Ariana Grande or something, because I haven't. Even though I wish I could. But the people I've met have been really nice. Okay, sorry. Okay. First person I'll talk about is Jack Dylan Grazer, who played Eddie in the movie It 2017. That was one of my favorite movies, still is. My favorite horror movie, probably. I bought a photo of him and had him autograph it. And sometimes, like technically if you do that, you're not allowed to take a picture with them, because the photo op is like its own thing. But a lot of the times they kind of just don't care, and they're like, if you ask to take a picture with them, a lot of the time they'll just say yes. Sometimes it's really strict, and we'll get into that later. I did take a picture with Jack Dylan Grazer, however, I do not know where it is. Turns out I'm a liar. I actually found the photo. I can't find the version of it without the Instagram story caption, so sorry about that, but here it is. I got his autograph, but I asked him to make it out to my friend Noah, because Noah is the biggest Jack Dylan Grazer fan. He loves him. He loves it so much. And Eddie, the character. You could just say I'm humble and I'm nice and I'm generous. So I said, don't make it out to me. Make it out to my friend. He loves you. Sorry for doing that too. I do have a picture of the autograph, but I think I blocked it out, like the name, because I posted it on my Instagram story because I was just really excited. But Noah didn't know that I was going to give it to him yet, so I didn't want him to see to Noah on the photo. Promise this is real. I promise I really did meet him. I just have a picture of the autograph and it's not made out to me. And I also don't remember many details of our conversation. One thing I do remember, I was talking to him and I think I just said something like, my friend Noah loves you. What are you supposed to say to that? Like, it's just like, oh, cool. Not to say he was mean, because he wasn't. Like, just imagine being like a teenager at a Comic-Con and you're just meeting people all day and signing autographs all day and being like, oh my God, thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, it's probably exhausting. I think he just seemed a little tired, which is completely understandable. But nonetheless, he was really nice. And like I said, I don't think he was technically allowed to take a picture with me, but he did it anyways, so that was really nice. And also at this Comic-Con, a bunch of the other IT kids were there. So when I was talking to Jack Dylan Grazer, hold on, I wrote down his name. Gayden Lieberher? I'm so sorry. The kid who played Bill, he came up to Jack Dylan Grazer's table, just like while I was talking to him, and he was just like, hey, what's up? Both to me and him. So it was just like, oh, hey. You think they're like these huge celebrities, they're in these Hollywood movies, but they just act like teenagers. So it was nice, and he was nice. Okay, so next one is everybody's favorite late night talk show host, Lilly Singh. I met Lilly Singh. I definitely have a picture of that one, so I will put that in there. This was not at Comic-Con. This was on one of her tours. It was like trip to Unicorn Island or something. Why did I meet Lilly Singh? Let me explain it to you. So this was in 2014, about 2014, 2015, somewhere around there. This was before her late night show. At this time, she was really, really popular on YouTube, and I was a really big fan of her. And like, I watched every single one of her videos. It was like, I knew the days that she would upload, and I'd be like refreshing her channel until she uploaded her new video. Like, I was so excited for it. I had her songs downloaded on iTunes.
OMG, LOL, you gotta sing loud, you're ridiculous as hell.
Does anyone remember that, or is it just me? Please let me know. I had a friend at the time who also really liked Lilly Singh. We really knew her as Superwoman back then. I feel like I never really called her Lilly Singh. She was definitely just Superwoman. I think my friend had bought me a meet and greet ticket for her show. And so me and my friend had gone to meet her together. And at the time, I had like just dyed my hair for the first time in my life. I dyed it like blue and purple. And I was also wearing a shirt that said unicorns are real. That was her whole thing. She loved unicorns and rainbows and things. Which is so weird to think about now, because I feel like it's not her brand at all. I met her and she was really nice. Like, I still remember it because it was really life-changing to me at the time. Like I told you, I was a huge fan of her. She had complimented my hair. She said it was really unicorny. I think she could tell that I was like really excited. I thought I was gonna cry, but I don't think I ended up crying. I think I cried after I met her as I was walking away. I was just so excited to meet her, and she was really nice. So she said my hair was very unicorny. She said she liked my shirt, and I think she said that it was like really good to meet me, and we took a picture together. I remember it had totally like changed my life. She was really nice, and she did not disappoint because I was such a huge fan of her. It sounds so weird to talk about now because she's very let's just say her reputation is not quite what it was back in the height of her YouTube days. That's my experience meeting Lily Singh. So these next two I'm going to put all together. I have met some, but not all, of the Stranger Things kids. I'll go in order of the people that I've met. The first Stranger Things kid that I met was Millie Bobby Brown. I met her at Comic-Con. All of the Stranger Things kids I met at Comic-Con. Season 2 Stranger Things wasn't even out yet. Like, it was like, I think season 1 had come out over the summer, and I met Millie Bobby Brown like the fall after season 1 came out. Stranger Things was very new, but that does not mean it was not popular. It was really, really popular at that time. So I did not do the photo op. Obviously, I think I'm made out of money. I had bought a picture of her, and I waited in line to get her autograph. And like I mentioned with Jack Dylan Grazer, in that type of situation, you're technically not allowed to get your photo with them, but sometimes they'll just let you. It just depends. Both Millie Bobby Brown, she had, I'm assuming, her manager there. Either her manager or someone that worked for Comic-Con. It seemed like it was someone that knew her, though. I'm not sure. But that person was, like, on top of it. If you took any type of photo of Millie at all, or even looked like you were taking a photo of her, she would go... Pretty sure I can find on my old Snapchat account videos that I tried to take of Millie when I was waiting in line, and you can just see this person in the background go like This is a picture I did manage to get, but the quality sucks, so sorry. At this time, I want to say Millie was only like 12. Like, she was really young. She was either 12 or 13 because I think she's a year younger than me. And I met her when I was like a freshman in high school. I had the picture of her that I wanted to get autographed. But I also had a gift to give her because another mini story time, actually. A few months prior to that, I had gone to a different Comic-Con and I had cosplayed. I'm really cool. I had cosplayed as 11, and I did like her season 1 look of like the pink dress with the blonde wig, and I carried around like a box of Eggos, and that was over the summer, so it was only like a month after season 1 had come out, and I am like a real fan of Stranger Things. Like, I liked it before it was cool. So I was walking around this Comic-Con and nobody knew who I was. It was crazy. Like, people were asking me who I was, which feels so crazy to think about now, because obviously if I did that now, everyone would know right away. But at that time, like, I'm not kidding, no one knew, except for one person. I had walked by this art booth. Someone was selling their art, and he saw me walk by, and he was like, oh my god, wait, are you dressed up as 11 from Stranger Things? And I was so excited. I was like, yes, someone finally knew. He was really excited too, and he gave me a piece of his art for free, which was so nice. It said like, I love 11, but the heart was like waffle patterned. And it was just so cute. It was such a nice interaction. When I met Millie Bobby Brown, I actually decided to give her that art, and I told her that it wasn't mine, obviously, and I told her the artist and everything, because I just felt like, I don't know his Instagram or anything, because I would have loved to tell him like, Millie Bobby Brown has your art now. I hope that would have made him happy. But I had like this, it was like a teddy bear, but it was holding a frame. And I was like, it'd be cute if I just put the picture in there with the teddy bear. So when I met her first thing, she signed my autograph. And then I was like, I have something for you. And I gave her the teddy bear with the frame. And she said, oh my God, is that a dog? First of all, sorry for doing the accent again. But she thought it was a dog at first, which is like a major disappointment to be like, I'm sorry, it's not a dog. But she was like, oh my God, that's so sweet, when she realized what it was. In terms of like what it was like to meet her, I mean, again, the interaction was very short. Basically, whatever you imagine an excited 12-year-old British girl to be like, that's exactly what it was like. She had a lot of energy. She was really fun. So meeting her was a really positive experience. It was really nice. Oh yeah, and this is the autograph that I got. Okay. Next Stranger Things kid I've met is Noah Schnapp. He played Will. He still plays Will. Stranger Things is still a thing. Actually, it was technically my sister who was meeting him. My sister had got the picture that she wanted to be autographed and everything. She wanted me there with her because she's kind of shy. And she knows that in situations like this, I'm a little better at like coming up with things to say. We had talked to him and he was so nice. It was like right around Halloween. So I think he asked us like what we dressed up for Halloween. That year I was a killer housewife. So yeah, we had talked about like, I think I said like, I liked your Halloween costume. Cause that year, I think that was the year he dressed up as 11, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, it was just a nice conversation. I just remember him being really sweet. He signed the autograph. He was really nice. Nothing bad to say about him. And the third and final Stranger Things kid I've met was Gayden Matarazzo. I love him. But this story was drama, okay? It was drama. Not with him. Let me just clarify that. He was very, very nice. Just everything leading up to it was drama, okay? So, we had gone to his table, like, earlier in the day. It was, like, a few hours before the Comic-Con was about to close for the day, and he was going to leave. So, we had gone there, and he had, like, kind of a long line. So, someone was there, like, moderating the line, and they had told us, like, he's really busy right now, but come back in, like, an hour or so, and then you can meet him. We actually were planning on meeting him and then going right back home at that time because it was a Sunday night and my sister had like a big test that she needed to study for that she was really nervous for. When the person had told us that, we sort of didn't know what to do because we had to go back home for my sister's test. We had met Noah Schnapp and Gayden Matarazzo in the same year. So it was sort of like my sister got to meet someone and I got to meet someone. So my person was Gayden Matarazzo. Hers was Noah Schnapp. And so the whole thing was she okay with staying for a little bit and like getting home later and not having enough time to study for her test just so I could meet someone? She would be able to come with me. So it wasn't a total loss on her part. And she also loves Stranger Things. But it was sort of something that we thought about for a really long time, and she was sort of stressed about it, but ultimately she decided that she was okay with staying, and I felt really guilty about that. I felt really bad that she was willing to stay just so I could meet Gayden. So I had already sort of been feeling kind of stressed just because of the whole ordeal, and I was like, I just felt really bad that she was gonna miss out on that time to study for her test, and then we had to stay later, but ultimately we decided to stay and to meet him. It was about an hour later, and after all this turmoil, I was already feeling stressed, I was already feeling guilty. We had gone back to Gayden's table and there was no line. It was like one or two people there, and so the same guy that was like moderating the line before, he was like, okay, sorry, like these last two people are it. Like, he's not going to be meeting anyone after this. And I was like, but we had come here earlier and you told us to come back like an hour later. Like, we did exactly what you said. Why can't we meet him? He was like, I'm sorry. Like, we just can't. That's it. At that point, we had already stayed longer than we were planning on staying. Like, even if we had left at that point, my sister still would have missed out on a lot of potential studying that she could have done. And I just felt so stressed out because I already felt really guilty about us staying later than we were going to. And I just started crying. So the guy had like sort of walked away, and I literally just cried. I just stood there and cried. And our dad wasn't with us either. Our dad had sent us up there, and he was going to meet us there. So it was just me and my sister just standing there. And I mean, we partially stayed there because we were waiting for our dad. We said that we were going to meet him there. So we were just going to wait there for him. But I also happened to be in view of the guy who told me that Gayden wasn't meeting anyone at that time. And I swear to God, I did not do it on purpose. I promise you, I was not doing it on purpose to like make them feel guilty. I genuinely just felt so stressed out and like so frustrated that we had totally rearranged our plans and that we couldn't even meet him. I was just crying. And then another guy came up to me after a few minutes of me standing there crying. He was like, I see that you're upset. Like, what's going on? I was like, we had like said that we were going to meet Gayden, and then we came back, and then we couldn't. And then, like, I was like making no sense. And I was like, oh my God, like, I'm sorry, it's stupid. Like, oh my God. There was like another guy that came up with him. And they had sort of like huddled together, and they were sort of whispering, but I could hear some parts. And they were like, do you think you can meet anybody else? I remember them saying like, Mom says it's okay. And they're like, yeah, Mom says it's okay. So this man literally was an angel from up above. He saved me. I guess he had asked permission with Gayden's mom if he could meet one more person. It's just so nice when I think about it. It's so sweet of him to do that. And I got to meet him. Whether or not Gayden knew that I was crying, I don't know. When I was standing there crying, like, Gayden was in the same room, but he was talking to someone at the time, and I was sort of far away, so I don't know if he saw me. And I don't know if he was told that he was about to meet someone that had been crying. So you're going to meet one last person, kid. I don't know if that's how it happened. He was really nice when I met him. We just had a really nice conversation, and it was so nice. I was so happy to meet him because I've loved him for a really long time. He's always been my favorite Stranger Things kid. One year I was going to meet him at Comic-Con, but I couldn't go to Comic-Con that year because I had a field trip that I already paid a bunch of money for in advance that I couldn't miss on the same weekend as Comic-Con. So also, I think that was a part of it. Like, I was so sad that I was that close to meeting him after that first time that I couldn't. That first time that I found out that I couldn't meet him because I had that field trip, I cried. But that angel from up above helped me. It was so nice of him to do that. And I got to meet Gayden, and meeting him was so nice. It was so worth it. He was really fun to have a conversation with. Here is the comic book that has Gayden's autograph. I also voice memoed our conversation, which I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to do, but I mean, come on, just listen to this iconic excerpt.
Yeah, I took a DNA test. I'm actually, I'm
100% that bitch.
I'm 100% that bitch, but,
He was just really fun, but that story was drama. So, yeah, that's it for the Stranger Things kids. This last one is embarrassing. To say the least, it is embarrassing because this last story is about the time that I met Tanimojo. Please do not click off. Please just hear me out. I met her in like 2016, I want to say. And this was like before any scandal, before any of them, before she had even made her first apology video for something. I think the first scandal that she ever had actually happened on this tour that I met her. It was like the whole thing with that iDubbbz guy, and he like met her. I don't even remember what happened specifically, but she like made an apology video for it, and I think it happened on that tour. But when I met her, it was before even that happened. I just want to make it very clear that I do not support Tanimojo at all. The things that she has done in the past and what she continues to do now, even in the present, are really unexcusable. Basically, like a month after I met her in 2016, I unsubscribed and stopped supporting her right away. I just wanted to tell the story because it's so absurd and it really feels like a fever dream. So let's all just laugh at how stupid I am for paying money to meet tanimojo and how embarrassing this story is. I found her on YouTube and I liked her because I thought she was really funny. I mean, she made storytime videos and I thought they were really entertaining and funny. And that's literally it. And she had mentioned in one of her videos that she was going on tour and that tickets were literally like $20. And for $20, you could see her do a live show of some sort and you could meet her. I was like, you know what? Like, I like this little small YouTuber. I don't even know if she had like 1 million subscribers at that point. You know, I was like, I like her. These tickets are cheap. I'm just going to ask my mom if I can buy this ticket and we can drive up to Boston and I can meet her, you know? And also I should mention that none of my friends knew who she was at that point. So I literally just went by myself. Every single part about this story is embarrassing. Listen, had I known that she would go on in the future to marry Jake Paul, make a video about it, and then further imply that they were going to break up in that very same video, if I could have foreseen that she would go on to dress up like sexy JoJo Siwa for Halloween, if I could have known that TanaCon would have been a thing, if I could have prophesized any of this, perhaps I wouldn't have met her. But I didn't know any of that, okay? And these tickets were cheap, and I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. I saw her in Boston. There was first like a live show portion of it. It was like in this like bar in the basement of like a bar. And if you had a ticket, you would meet her. Like, it wasn't like there was a meet and greet and then there was a ticket for the live show. It was like, if you had a ticket, you were meeting her. So she had like a live portion of it where she told like a live story time.
You guys are some bad bitches. You guys are gonna get your very own special story that no one else is.
I mean, little did we know she would go on to have a music career, so now she could just sing her heart out on stage, you know? And I don't remember specifically what the story times were. However, this is very important to the story. One of her stories was involved her farting. It's something to do with farting. So I was like, man, I gotta come up with something that will make her remember me after she meets me. Something that will really set me apart from the crowd. First of all, I had bought a poster for her to autograph. I was holding that and I was waiting in line and I was thinking, what can I say to her? And I was like, maybe I should say something related to one of the stories that she just told. She had told that story about farting. And I was like, I'm gonna tell her. I can't say this. I can't say it. Okay. I came up with the idea that I would tell her that I farted in line. Because she has like a raunchy sense of humor. I thought that would be funny. Okay. And it wasn't true. I swear to God, I did not actually fart in line. I promise. I just thought I would tell her that. And I thought it would be funny. Okay. So it was my time to meet her. First, let me tell you how the conversation went, and then I will show you the picture. I should honest to God give a warning for the picture. It is disturbing. It might give you nightmares. This was when I was a freshman in high school. I had a pixie cut. All of that combined, and it was with the flash. Why did the person take pictures with a flash? I will never know. I will never know. It's never flattering. God, it was awful. It's an awful picture. It's an awful picture. But let me explain the conversation. So it was my turn to get up in line. I said, oh my God, it's so good to meet you, like stuff like that. And she was like, oh my God, hi. She was really nice. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. She wasn't like mean. Like, she was nice and friendly. I said, can I tell you a secret? She was like, yeah. And she like leaned in for me to like whisper in her ear. I said, I farted in line. And she leaned back and she said, fuck it up, bitch. And then we took a picture together and then I left. I can't believe that's a real thing that happened to me. insert the picture here.
What if I'm the monster?
That's the story of me meeting Tanimojo. So that's gonna do it for this video. I think we should definitely end it here. My God. Thank you if you made it this far. Let me know if you like this kind of video. This is really different from what I have been doing. If you want to see me do more singing videos, if you want me to stop talking and just sing, I get it. But if you like this sort of talking video, I have more stories, I guess. I have some stuff that I can talk about. So if you want to hear me talk about it, let me know. Again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening to my experiences, meeting absolute B-list celebrities. No shade, I promise. I hope to see you in another video very, very soon. Thank you again for watching. Bye.